I didn't realise there was a fancy dress party. What's the deal? You've got...
So we're looking at climate change here and about how food affects our planet's climate.
Okay, so we've got a man dressed as... I recognise this planet.
Yes, this is Planet Earth.
Yeah, Planet Earth. Is that Planet Earth? I think it is.
We've just been naming countries on planet Earth here.
Okay.
We're trying to work out how many we know.
Okay.
And now we're looking at how they've changed over time.
Ah, so you've got pictures. What do we? Can I interview you? Can you show me this picture? What am I looking at here?
So this is the RLC. This is how it looked in 2015.
Yeah.
And just over there, we've got a picture of what it looked like in the year 2000.
Let's have a look.
If we compare the two.
Oh my goodness! So this is what it used to look like.
Yep. This is what it used to look like.
This is
in
the
year
RLC.
2000.
And this one is been affected by climate change.
So what's that? So that's purely climate change has done this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
increasing temperatures, we've had evaporation, and now we've got less water in that area.
That's a really good thing. One of the problems with climate change or understanding climate change is things happen slowly.
Absolutely.
And so because from a day-to-day level they tend to be imperceptible. People think, oh, it's not really happening, but things like this really make
Absolutely,
it real, don't
yeah.
it?
When you can see changes that have happened over just a few decades, it's really obvious that there is something happening to our planet.
And the other thing about this photograph I've noticed, this photograph was taken from space.
Yes.
How important is satellite technology for monitoring things like climate change?
Oh, incredibly important, because you can't see this from the ground. You can see changes, but you can't see quite the scale of the change.
Yeah.
And satellites allow us to get images like this.
Amazing.
So we can see these huge changes.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Hey, listen, have you had a nice day today?
Yes.
What's your name?
Molly.
Molly?
No, Molly.
Molly, nice to meet you, Molly. What's been your highlight of the day so far? What have you liked to enjoy doing?
Probably here, because it's very interesting on seeing what would happen from now,
Yes.
maybe till like 10 years later, or even like 20.
I think so too. And what's your name?
Lucy.
Lucy, and have you had a favourite bit of the day?
Probably this as well, because...
So you're very political. You're saying the right
Yes.
things given he's standing right
Yes.
here. Good.
And also I like science, and
Yes.
I do take a lot of... I want to change climate change to help the world.
Good.
For some reason, I just want to help, really.
These are very, very good aims. Lucy, Marley, thank you very much for talking to me today. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.